What time is it? Rarely will I get myself up at 6:30 in the morning. Can you see my notifications? If you ever question my passion for crafting and crochet and yarn, you'll never have to question me again, because I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning to do a 3.5-hour drive all the way to New York for a yarn festival. Yeah, it's dedication. Alright, it's time to get excited. We have a full tank of gas, we have coffee in the front seat and water, and now we're on our way to pick up my friend Jordan because she's going to be accompanying me all the way to New York. If I didn't say it yet, we're going to Rhinebeck. Yeah, my very first New York sheep and wool. Let's get excited. Let's raise the levels. Already running a little bit behind. I meant to leave my house at 6 o'clock sharp. You know, it's too early. We left at 6:15, but here we are. Let's get this show on the road. Yo, it's so early. I took one freaking wrong turn getting here, and then it added on more time, and I was like, oh. I can't believe you got up this early and you didn't have any coffee. Like, you don't function on caffeine. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Quick snack before we go in to our first Rhinebeck. Woo, 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 woo.
I'm so just like, I was so zoned out when you started that. I was like, oh.
What are your expectations going into your first Rhinebeck? As if we didn't already talk about it on the drive up here.
I don't even know.
I know I ask you as you're eating.
I feel like I'm expecting it to be like a traditional New England festival, which I know.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means.
is?
Yeah, I've heard crazy stories about Rhinebeck. I was telling her that it's like crazy packed. People are kind of like in a frenzy. I mean, we're watching cars right now freaking whip around. If that's how they drive, I don't know how they feel about their yarn. Like, that's probably something else. All right. Let us in. Ah, we made it. We're at Rhinebeck. It wasn't that far of a walk, at least.
No, not at all.
Okay, this is giving me hope for a bathroom.
I did see, I feel like a really big line of porta potties, though.
No. My ass can't touch that seat. I will be squatting.
Yeah, work out the thighs.
It's like so packed in here. So glittery. She found this crazy soft hank of yarn. I don't even know what it's made of. Crazy. They're probably like, what the fuck are we doing here? Oh my god, they're so cute. Yes, come to us.
I know.
I didn't know sheep had horns like this much.
I know, it's crazy.
They're like, what? Like a little puppy? How do I pick them up? Just crawl in the cage and start picking it up. See, I'm dead. They're just like,
They're just
limp.
little like,
They're like that's so cool.
Are you having fun so far? I'm having so much fun.
Hi.
I'm trying to eat you.
No, don't do that. You don't do that. You crazy.
Can I pet you? You want to smell me?
Hello. I'll take this one, please.
Yes, those are to make flexible.
These are like the flex.
We're hungry and tired.
Yes, but you would need the interchangeable needles.
Have a good day. Thank you. Secured the goods. Show off your some drop spindle and what's it called? The loose stuff? Roving. Baits. Oh. I'm hot now.
I know. It's
We're like right in the sun.
Yeah.
Cheers. Happy lunch. We both got pulled pork sandwiches. We're starving. Oh wow. Wait, why is this cute? I put the little plate. It's cute though. A bit overwhelming.
Just a lot of options.
Everything is starting to blur. We're done. We're tapped out. We keep seeing like the same design throughout the entire spot. But we're done. We got our goodies. We're ready to head home. Now we gotta drive. This was a lot though, I will say, kind of overwhelming. Like, can you see how many people are here? Okay, my apologies that the video ended so abruptly. I had no idea that I was gonna crash that quickly, energy-wise, after only about 4 hours. First and foremost, I have to say that New York Sheep and Wool was so much fun. I will definitely be going back again next year. I think I just need to have a different plan of attack and how I want to go about attending the festival. But I thought I would do a little bit of a recap on the video just because I didn't really get to explain as much as I wanted to throughout the day. It was just very overwhelming. There was a lot of things that were kind of like pulling my attention. And I think next year I will also make a better effort to film a lot more and kind of talk you guys through what the actual event is like. I think just being there for my first time ever, I was just so immersed in the day and what was in front of me, and I really kind of just wanted to be present for the experience itself. So I'm sorry that this video wasn't longer. I definitely thought I had more footage than I have here to show you guys, but apparently the footage is lost, or I just didn't capture as much as I thought I did. But a quick recap, because I feel like I have a lot of new subscribers all of the time. I currently live right on the edge or the cusp of Boston, Massachusetts. So my friend Jordan and I,
We're kind of crazy. But we decided to do the drive from Boston, Mass all the way into upstate New York. New York Sheep and Wool is held in Rhinebeck, New York. So from where I live, it was about a 3.5 hour drive first thing in the morning. And when we first got there, we were definitely running on excitement and energy. There was just so much to see. As you probably saw in the beginning part of the video, a lot of the vendors are being held inside of these like barn style buildings. I'm sure they have other purposes for them throughout the year, but my first initial thought was that these were kind of like really long extended barns, and each barn housed, I don't know, like 20 to 30 vendors per barn. I will say, first thing getting there, it wasn't super packed. Like there was definitely room to walk, especially through the barns. It wasn't super crowded, but as the hours went on, it became more and more packed. And by the time that we decided to sit down on the grass and have lunch at about 12ish in the afternoon, we were completely wiped. Like mentally, physically, we are both like drained. After having that meal, it was kind of hard to rally and get the energy up again to finish out the day. I think after we ate, we only spent about another 2 hours there, and by about 2:30 we were already back at the car and ready to hit the road. I wish I had stayed a little bit longer and kind of enjoyed the full day there, but in case I didn't mention it earlier in the video, we decided to do the drive there and back all in one day. So I wanted to make sure that we were on the road and back home safely before the sun set, because I don't really like driving late at night. Yeah, in total, I did about 7 hours of driving, and I will say even the next day when I woke up, I felt kind of sick. So gearing up and planning for next year, I think I would really like to rent out like an Airbnb for at least one night, maybe like the Friday before, be able to attend the Indie Untangled or even like Woolen Affair, spend the night, and then that way we're able to kind of enjoy a full Saturday at Rhinebeck instead of having to leave like so early. If you ever have the opportunity to attend a New York Sheep and Wool, you have to go at least once in your life, whether you live here on the East Coast or you have to fly out from the West Coast, to experience all of the community and the excitement, all of the art that's in front of you. Honestly, it was so wonderful. Even the few hours that I had to attend there, it was so worth it. As I was talking about earlier with the barn style buildings, there were about like 8 or 9 of them. So if you can kind of imagine 20 to 30 vendors in each of these buildings times like 8 or 9, it was massive. The event itself was so much larger than I could have anticipated. So it's also something to kind of like take note of in the future. If you are someone who is a little bit like anxious around big crowds, definitely try to go either first thing in the morning or maybe later on in the afternoon, but try to miss like that lunchtime rush. So yeah, you have a lot of shopping opportunities with each vendor. You had people selling not only fiber arts and hanks and skeins of yarn, but there were also people there selling like accessories, tools, anything of the sort. Like there were people selling swifts and yarn binders. There were electric spinning tools of all sorts. And then there were also a ton of just different artisans who were making anything handcrafted. And then aside from the vendors, probably one of my favorite parts was being able to see all of the livestock. The sheep were by far the best part. There's this really huge kind of like open barn style area where most of the sheep were being held, but then there were also like sheep shearing demonstrations, and honestly I didn't get to spend too much time watching all of the different stuff there with the livestock. And believe it or not, at New York Sheep and Wool you can also purchase livestock. Y'all, I was literally this close to buying a sheep for $300. It was a little baby sheep. It looked brand new, fresh into the world. Realistically, I was not going to buy this sheep because I have nowhere to put it, but I was also kind of shocked to find out that livestock was so cheap. There was this lady there who was trying to sell me this baby sheep, but I had to ask her, I was like, realistically, what does a little baby sheep go for? And she was like, oh, this guy right here is $300. Y'all, just know that one of these days when I have my own property and a big backyard and somewhere to house livestock, I will leave New York Sheep and Wool with a sheep. But I thought I would close out the video by showing you guys my first and only purchase of the day. I thought I was going to leave with a little bit more fiber, but I'm also trying to be a little bit cautious on what I'm spending, especially if I don't have a set project for it right now. So I did make one purchase of the day. I got this from Four Hearts Farm Mainly Fiber. This whole kit right here, it was like a set. So it came with a drop spindle, exciting things to come, and then it also came with 2 bats. These are made of merino, fin, and Corriedale fiber, which was also something that was really exciting to learn about for the first time at this festival, just how many different breeds of sheep there are. I, not having a ton of knowledge on this, really only thought there were like 3 or 4 types of sheep. Come to find there were so many different species, family of sheep, styles of wool, which I'm also really interested in doing more research on and becoming a lot more educated on, because I think it would be really awesome to know all of the traits and the characteristics of these different types of wool. As I was saying, this is from the Four Hearts Farm Mainly Fiber. It came with 2 bats. These are absolutely gorgeous. They are hand dyed and handcrafted carded bats. I want to show you guys what it looks like up close, and I cannot wait to spin something up with this. Now I can kind of go about this 2 ways. I was thinking that I could either watch some videos and educate myself here on YouTube and just kind of attempt to spin my own yarn here at home, or here in Boston there is a yarn shop called Boston Fiber Company, and I saw that on their website they are offering a spinning class in a couple of weeks, so I might sign up. But yeah, this is what I picked up from the day. I'm really excited to kind of jump into another avenue of fiber arts. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. I just kind of wanted to share my initial thoughts on the day. Thank you guys for watching with me and for kind of experiencing this day with me as well, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.
Are you guys scared?